going to share my screen because there are some slides that that would be nice for you to see. But I won't be able to see your faces, so it would be nice if you just instead of giving a thumbs up, if you just say it, you turn on the mic and if you share, or if you agree, disagree, or if you have any questions. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet. Oh, no.
I see it.
No, I see.
Welcome ISA parents, right? That's what you have up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to our parent evening. Although it's not evening yet, it's lovely outside, sunny. And we'll be spending some time this afternoon to talk about how things are in our school and especially in our classroom. And this is PYP 4A. I'm Shuli. And I've been with PYP for last 10 years. I've been teaching. And I have one daughter who is also in this school. She goes in MYP 3A. And I tried to put some pictures of us here. Okay, that's about me. And then the slide is frozen. Okay. So in PYP, more or less, you are with our school for sometimes maybe some of us are new in PYP, but in this curriculum, we use different strategies to collect information. We evidence it, and then students learn through different concepts, knowledge, and skills, and then learner profiles, the 10 attributes that we have, which are very important, that we keep talking about this every day to day life, and we try to implement that. So when we have our conversation, usually we talk about the skills. Are we showing the right skills, or what is the skill that we are demonstrating? Learner profiles. What learner profiles are we demonstrating in the class or outside? And this is something that not just in the classroom, and also in the playground, and not about just school, but also in life, about home, and taking action, which is very important thing in PYP. These 5 elements, and one of the elements is taking action. So any action that they take within the school, which is what as teacher or other teachers, we evidence it. But if students are taking actions outside the school, maybe at home, and previous years that I've seen that there are students who take lovely actions like picking trash, or they go around putting up signs about animal rights. Or right now it's COVID, so they go around and then share the importance of wearing mask or keeping distance, washing hands. All these actions, if your child is taking, please send a note or pictures, and we will celebrate this action. And this boosts others too in the class, and they also get inspiration from others and take this action. So these are the 5 elements that represents our PYP curriculum. We have 6 transdisciplinary themes. We always start with who we are, but not necessarily all the time. It should be who we are. But this year we have started with who we are. And the unity is all about beliefs. And we very soon you'll be receiving I mean, this week the homework is going to be interviewing the parents about the beliefs, and students are showing they're showing interest, a lot of interest, actually coming up with different beliefs that they have. And then we will move on to where we are in place and time, which is going to be about migration and exploration. And then we have how we express ourselves, how we organize ourselves, how the world works, and sharing the planet unit, which is going to be our last unit. Each unit lasts for 6 weeks. And during the unit, we have different assessments, formatives and summatives, because we also said feedback and feed forward. And at the end, there is a summative assessment. Before this COVID happened, we actually invited parents to come and see and celebrate the summative assessments, and we had some exhibitions that students used to do. So we are hoping that maybe this year we will be able to open it up a little bit more to the parents, if not inside the classroom, maybe outside, so you can come and celebrate with your child. This is our program of inquiry, which is also available in our ELMULD website, which shows our central idea for each unit, the concepts that we are focusing in every unit, related concepts and all the lines of inquiry that we inquire throughout the inquiry journey. Focused learner profiles. So although we have two focused learner profiles, but it doesn't necessarily have to be within two. It can go beyond. And um, every time students are showing learner profiles, and when we see it, that they're demonstrating it there, it is being recorded and they are being celebrated and acknowledged in the classroom. So assessment and reporting, how we do it in our school. We don't have any marks and grades. We don't have any test in our school. But we do have assessment, and it's an ongoing thing that happens all the time. We have different forms of checking or assessing students' work. We use rubrics, checklist, reflections, observation, peer assessment, self-assessments, and these things they do when there is a formative and summative assessments. We will also have a three-way conference very soon in September, where you and your child will sit together with me, and then we will discuss the strengths and the areas to improve, and we will select some goals. It's basically the students who will decide some goals for themselves that they will try and work on throughout the year. And then we have our student-led conference, which will be in May, which is totally student, or which will be led by students, where they will show their PYP4 journey to you, and then they will celebrate their learning with you. Beside this, we have Edmentum, which is operated from outside our IB program. And this is mainly we do for math, reading, and language arts. We will have a total 3 diagnoses for math, reading, and language this year in Edmentum, which happens every year. And this shows the progression of each child during one year level. And then you will also receive a midterm report in February and end of year report in June, and both will happen through Toddle. One thing about Toddle is that everything is posted and uploaded on Toddle. So things that you can see right now is their journal from parents version, and also from the student version. You can see the journal, and on journal it's a portfolio where we update what they are doing in the classroom, their activities. And it's at the same time when children are doing their work, they are uploading it and evidencing their learning. And then at the end of every unit, you will be able to see the assessments that we are doing in PYP. or in the class, and that will be published in their journal too on Toddle. Communication, how do we communicate in ISA and especially in PYP? Right now, if you are here with us for longer than 2 years, you'll notice that before we used to send you a newsletter every Friday. Since last year, we have replaced newsletter with Toddle. And newsletter has become regular update. So it's not just only Friday that you will be receiving, or every fortnight Friday that you would be receiving some newsletter. It can happen anytime or frequently if when there is an update, and you will be notified. If you have the app downloaded in your phone, you will be notified right away when you receive an update. And then again, what I've said during discussion about assessment, that you will also receive their learning evidences in their class journal and activities that they do. And not just from me, but also from the specialist teachers. About GDPR, you all are familiar with GDPR, that we don't send sensitive information in emails because of GDPR, which means that anything that from your side, if you share something through email, we will take it off. When we reply to that email, we will take it off. We don't mention the child's name. We use initials, or we will mention as your child instead of mentioning the entire name or full name. What is GDPR? GDPR is sometimes we we have some we have different understanding and version of our own, but GDPR has it shouldn't have any racial or ethnic origin. We don't mention that. Political opinions, religious or philosophical beliefs, or trade union membership, genetic data, biometric data, data concerning health, or data concerning a personal sex life or sexual orientation. These things we do not mention in the email. And we only communicate through email and Toddle. Sometimes you receive phone call from me when there is an emergency, but that's from my side to you to contact you if your child has an emergency that they need to go home or any other emergency purpose. And Toddle is GDPR compliant. So if you're worried that your child's picture is in Toddle, it is compliant by GDPR. When we message through Toddle, that is again a private message. When I send it to you, it's only viewed by you, but still due to GDPR, we don't mention the child's name in Toddle message too. Absences and attendance. If your child is sick or not in school, has a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment, please report it to me via Toddle message or email or IST. I have received many emails about IST when I mentioned it, that we are unable, as a parent, we are unable to use IST, which we are communicating with Commune right now, because this is totally operated by Elmhult Commune. So if you send me, for now, if you send me a message from Toddle, an email, that will do. But eventually we are moving to IST, and you may have received an email from Elmhult Commune to update your information in IST. Once this is done, you can go to IST website, which they have shared from that email. And then you can log in and then submit your attendance excusal. But please do it by 8:15, so we know the student is coming to school or not. And it's very important for us to know that the child, when the child is not in school, we assume that the child is with you. So it's very important that we know it if they're not coming. Any question to this so far? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Maybe you said it, but it's either or, IST, toddle, or email. Like, or do we have to do all of them?
No, it's either toddle or email. And IST, I know because we are supposed to do it by IST,
Yeah.
but since I know there are many hiccups with IST right now, and we are not on board with IST, not everybody.
Mm,
So I am okay if you send me a message on toddle or email.
okay.
Either will do. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Um, Okay, so moving on, absences, if there is a reason of illness or doctor or dentist appointment, it's that I can, if you send me an email, that will do. But in according to the Swedish law, um, 10 absences per school year that I can approve only. But after it is 10 absences, then head of school, which who is Maria, or Kommun, who will have to sign the excusal. If you have a planned absence, let's say we're going out for a holiday, or if you have planned for something that your child don't be in school, please send an approved attendance excusal or absence excusal beforehand so we can approve it and send it to you, because this is very important by the Swedish law. And we record the absence or sorry, can you hear me? Because I just got a message that yeah, that okay. I'll move on. I just got a message that the network is poor. Um, and then the attendance is recorded at 8:15, and we start our class. Our students come in at 8:10, so 8:15 we mark the attendance. So if your child is coming after 8:15, they will be marked as late. So please see to it that they are here on time, and we end at 2:15. Healthy eating policy and fruit snack in our school.
Shirley, can I
We
interrupt you and
Yeah,
just ask a
definitely,
question
please.
regarding the last part first, if that's okay?
Sure, I'll go
You
back.
you mentioned in regard to sick days that they're accumulated and counted by you or by the school, and that after 10 that you contact us or whatever. But I'm just wondering if you take into consideration that with the COVID rules,
Mm-hmm.
where we normally would send our child with a sniffle or with a cough, or we can't do that anymore.
No,
So
yeah.
there are certainly I think different things that need to be taken under advisement in that situation. For example, I had to keep Henry at home for 3 days last week
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
he had a sniffy nose.
Yeah.
He was perfectly fine, but other than that, but that's going to count now against his days. And I mean, I'm just wondering if that's something that you guys have thought about.
Yep. Actually, thank you for bringing it up, Sabrina, because it w- it is the law that 10 days the teacher can approve, but definitely now since due to COVID, and we encourage if there is a symptom, any symptom, the child needs to be at home and then return to school after 48 hours of symptom free, which is, I can understand that maybe for some students it will be 10 days already. But if it's like that, and then if you mention that the child is sick and has the symptom, then definitely we consider that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay, so moving on to the healthy eating policy. We have a policy in our school of having raw vegetable snack or fruit as morning snack. So when they bring their snack, please ensure that they're bringing a fruit or raw vegetables. I got many questions from the students. What if I bring dry fruit? What if I bring something that has a little bit of season, but it's a fruit? But we, as a school, we always encourage fresh fruits and raw vegetables. No sandwich or cooked meals, and especially no nuts in our school. But then, of course, if we have an agreement, because we have certain students in our school who bring sandwich or extra big snack, but that comes from the nurse and the doctors when it is prescribed by the doctors that the child needs a bigger meal uh, during the day, which can be excused definitely. And please ensure that your child has a good breakfast in the morning before they come to school. Um, and in our school, we provide lunch for all the students. Our lunch break is at 11:30. So, and then we have our snacks around 10 in the morning. So sometimes if they don't have snacks, they feel hungry a little bit before they have their lunch. So it's very important that they have a good breakfast and then snack. If they have allergy or any kind of food adaptation, please fill the form. I have received some forms, but not from everybody. So if you haven't finished if you haven't filled the form, please fill it and share it with us so we know the allergies and then adaptations that we need to make in the lunchroom. And also in our school, if we always have some extra fruits for the children. So if any kids who are not bringing fruits for the snack, we provide it from the school. And also please let us know that if we need to provide that so we can have the refill in the classroom.
Sorry, just in regard to the
Yeah.
timings that you mentioned, you said, did you say 10 o'clock is like recess and that 11:30 is lunch?
Yeah.
So then there's nothing for like 4 hours in the afternoon?
Unfortunately, no. So we finish at 2 o'clock. 2:15 we finish school. So, and those who go in free teach, they have a snack from free teach, but those who are going home, we don't have any snack
No,
for
okay.
them in the afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it's a little bit early, but then because of COVID again, we have to, the school has to schedule it that way. Moving on to standards and practices and expectations in our school. Please post your absences again in IST or total, or again, you can email me. But it's very important again using IST. So if you have received the email from Kumun, please try to log in and then see around, and maybe we can help each other in that if you have question about IST. And Maria also sent an email a few weeks ago about IST and how to be on board with IST. We have your phone number that you have provided to us for emergency, and we also have seen that some of the numbers they don't work. But thank you for sharing the new information in the new template, and we will use that to contact you. If you haven't shared your personal information, please send that information quickly so we can actually contact you when there is an emergency. Um, Also, we encourage the students to bring water bottle. We have water in the school, but we don't have any extra bottles or water cups. So it's good if the students can bring their water bottle, and it would be nice also if you can label it, because some may lose it or may share the same bottle, have the same bottle. So it would be nice if they have it labeled. And also indoor shoes, which would be nice to have labels on it. And the essential agreements, we have our classroom agreements. uh, and I will share it with you on total the agreements that we have, so you can also reinforce them in the at home. Birthdays, we celebrate birthdays in the classroom. We sing for the people who have birthdays. And if you want to share anything for the birthday, we only have fruit snacks as birthdays. If you want your child to celebrate it with their friends, they can definitely do it. But we don't use cakes. Instead, we have fruits. And if your child is having a party at home or outside school and they are inviting, I would request, or we as school, we request that you invite everybody in the class. But if you don't invite, please share the invitation outside the school, because it may hurt some students' feelings. So it would be nice if you can invite everybody. Otherwise, please send the invitation outside the school. We also follow no toys in school. Um, so if they're bringing in any toys, that includes so if your child is using any smartwatch, which is not discouraged, but then if they have any games on their watch, please discourage them from playing during inside the school premises. And of course, these things are quite valuable again, so these should be managed by themselves, and they need to take care of them. And please discourage them from bringing any toys in their bag. Um, and if they misplace anything, please look at lost and found boxes. They are labeled and placed downstairs of the school. And please label all their outdoor clothes, especially their overalls, because that's what they leave in the school. And then their shoes, their indoor shoes, especially, which also they leave in the school. So they know which is whose, because they're pretty similar. Homework. This week, students will get their first homework. So the homework is assigned to them every odd week. So this Friday they will get homework, and the homework is for this for next entire week, and they will return their homework on Friday. So that means they will have the weekend and until Friday the following week to do their homework. This is teacher agency homework, and that goes every odd week. And even week, it's the student agency homework, and they choose their own homework. They decide what homework they want to do. Usually, student agency homework is based on their three-way conference goals, and that's how they set it up. And reading is a mandatory thing in our school. And every day students need to read for 30 minutes, and that goes for student agency and teacher agency homework. Phone policy, this year we from PYP 4, actually many students, they go home on their own. They bike home, and I understand that you want to know if your child is safe on their way to home and school, and you want to give them a phone to contact you. But then, according to our school policy, please send an email to me before they bring the phone. You don't have to send the email every day. But if you mention that your child will be bringing phone every day, or the days that they're commuting to school on their own, and the agreement that once they come to school, they will hand the phone to me, so it doesn't stay in their bag. And at the end of the day, they will take out the phone, and they will, if they need to contact you, they can contact you from outside the school. We don't use the phone inside the school. But of course, when they take the phone from me, it's their responsibility to use the phone. Class parent rep. We have a class parent rep. Sabrina did a wonderful job last year as a class parent rep, and she's going to continue as our class parent rep this year. But we also need another class parent representatives. So if you are interested to be a class parent representative, please send me an email. So you can help us or support us with different activities in the classroom.
One
Um,
question about that.
yeah,
I'm in the PTA, so for me, I feel I don't want to. I don't have the time to do both. But I'm in the PTA though, so that's
yeah.
good. um, will you send out that question since we only have a few people listening in here today?
Yeah,
It would be great to send that out to the whole class.
yeah, definitely. Thank you. We have a total announcement this Friday, so I will send this. I'll include this.
Perfect.
Yeah, on Friday's newsletter or announcement. So yes, some other people can
Yeah.
actually come forward. It would be nice to have more people.
Yeah.
Any question, comments, or any clarification? Now I'll actually turn it off so I can see your faces. I'm missing that. Um, I've been basically talking to
I have
the
a doubt.
computer.
Yeah, a small doubt about the PTA. I'm interested to represent through Chaitra, but I have registered for my little one also. Is it possible to support both the kids, or should I be only in one class?
Definitely, you can be in both classes if
Okay,
you
then I
can
can
manage.
support if required. I'll just mail you then.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Any other question or anything? I've been talking to my computer and I'm like, I don't see anybody. Now I can see
I
face.
have one more doubt regarding Toddle. Last year, we used to get updates almost like daily what they are doing in the class. But this year, I miss the updates. I get only from her PE or
Mm-hmm.
from like rarely I get updates in Toddle. Can I know the reason why we are not getting any updates which they are doing in the class like regular basis?
Well, so one thing is we don't post everything every day. We don't take pictures every day. Um, and Toddle is mostly the journal, it's their portfolio. So the portfolio that they used to have before, the binder portfolio, which had their work. Um, so it looked quite like this before. My camera. It was a binder portfolio before, but it's been replaced, and Toddle portfolio is basically used for evidencing students' learning and what they do in the class. So when they do some work in the class, that's what they are uploading on Toddle. Another thing that because we have just started, we didn't get the iPads from the commune. We have just received it today. So students were unable to post anything on their own. So whatever work they have done so far, they couldn't. And they will start from tomorrow, but not every day that they will be uploading. And it's actually their platform. They are the one taking the initiative. Again, it's coming back to our student agency that they are the one uploading their portfolio, their journal, and they will be encouraged but not forced to upload everything. If they say that, okay, this is a nice piece of work that I have done and I want to share it with my parents, or I want to have it in my journal, that they will post it on Toddle. But then they are evidencing. So in the class, we have several books. They have a UI copy, they have language copy, math copy, and homework copy, art copy. They have all their copies and they're working on those. And we also have other task sheets that they are working. But if they don't feel like putting it on Toddle and putting it on journal, they won't do it. Yeah, but definitely when they will show it to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Because till last year we were like used to get almost daily, so I
Yeah.
was a bit confused this year. Yeah, thank you for the clarification.
Any other question?
Nothing from my side.
Okay, and please feel free if you have any question or any clarification or anything that you want to know, any hiccups about our class, how it is going on, etc. You can always send
Sorry, but
me
first
an
10, 15
email.
minutes I missed the meeting because I mistook. Yesterday it was only one link for both the meetings. Today I was waiting for the first link, so I got missed first 15 minutes. If there is any important information, could you just mail us so that I can read it back?
Definitely. And we are recording this video. So, or this meeting we are recording, and I will send it to
Thank you
everybody.
so
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
Question, you were saying there's the student agency homework week and then there's a teacher agency homework week. And for teacher agency, you will give the homework on the Friday. And then we have, or the student has the following week to do the homework and then hand it in on Friday as well.
Friday. Yeah.
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 And then for the student agency homework, do you have any, recommended websites or apps that they can that we as parents can encourage them to use, like math apps or
Well, we actually have two platforms for math
yeah,
and language too. So
yeah,
we have Edmentum, Mathletics, Ruskids.
yeah,
These are
exactly,
the
yeah,
platforms they can use. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we've gotten throughout the years Raz Kids sign-ins and Mathletics, and like they've changed a little bit. So for me, I just need to be updated on the latest, I guess, the latest sign-in, and now that he's there, PYP fours, what level, and just something. Yeah, exactly, login details and so on. I think I would just need a recap on that, actually.
Sorry, I choked something. Yeah,
Oh, are you
definitely.
okay?
I choked something. Let me just.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. So this week when they take their homework, I will share their logins. I actually gave their logins. I shared it with them, but for home I will share.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. If no other question, maybe we can, end the meeting.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.